Everything you need to know about Buddhism in 2 minutes. Buddhism, the fourth largest religion with over 500 million followers, is also considered a philosophy rooted in the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Unlike other religions, Buddhism does not acknowledge a supreme God. They instead focus on achieving enlightenment, a state of inner peace, wisdom, and happiness. Central to Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths. The first truth says that suffering is universal and dissatisfaction is the default state of the human mind. The cause of this suffering? Desire. Desire is rooted in attachment, aversion, and ignorance. Attachment is when we cling to things, believing they'll bring us happiness. Satisfying this may bring short-term gratification, but not lasting happiness, just a pause before new desires emerge. Aversion is the act of rejecting certain experiences or situations. This causes suffering in our imagination by making problems way bigger than they are. This is caused by not accepting that external factors are not in your control. Ignorance is failing to recognize the objective nature of reality and the role judgments and opinions play. Things, people, and places are not inherently bad or good, they are just labels assigned based on individual circumstances. The third noble truth unveils that suffering can end by eliminating desire. But where does desire come from? It stems from the ego, a delusion that you exist separately from everything else, creating a sense of entitlement. He says that there is no self that is not part of the greater whole. Everything we identify as forms our ego. The more we crave and averse, the more concrete our ego becomes. With a big ego, we think we are separate from the whole, that everything should fit our expectations. When it doesn't happen, it causes suffering. Buddhism doesn't say that you should or can eliminate your ego and needs. It distinguishes between desires that bring suffering, like the ones explained earlier, and encourages positive desires, such as the motivation for learning, improvement, compassion, and enlightenment. It tells us to control this ego and reduce the gap between expectations and satisfaction as much as possible. How to achieve this? The fourth noble truth unveils the eightfold path, a guide to right understanding, thought, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration.